Hi there, it's another Tarot Sesh. I'm the Keen Astrologer. My name is Abby, and this is a July 2025 reading for Scorpio. Welcome back, Scorpio. Love you guys so much. As you guys know, for all of my returning subscribers, I myself am a Super Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Uranus, Juno, and Vesta. So stick with me for this reading. Scorpio, the song that I had on pre-shuffle for you when I was getting the cards together, it's one of my favorites. It's called The Joker, okay, by Steve Miller Band. So those of us who know all about tarot know that the Joker is the beginning of a brand new beginning, a brand new journey, okay? It's taking a leap of faith into something new. So I feel like many of us are starting something new right now. We're in that energy. So some of the lyrics from this song: some people call me the space cowboy. Yeah, some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice because I speak on the pompatus of love. People talk about me, baby, say I'm doing you wrong. But don't you worry, no, don't worry, because I'm right here, right here, right here, right here at home. Because I'm a picker, I'm a grinner, I'm a lover and a sinner. I play my music in the sun. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker. I'm a midnight toker. Sure don't want to hurt no one. So I feel like, Scorpio, you are the joker. You are the smoker. You are the midnight toker. And if you are like me, that is definitely my definition. But if you're like me, many of you are starting on a brand new journey, a brand new start. You may have been knocked all the way back to square one, to day one, to the beginning of some new cycle. But it's exciting. It's, I feel, especially for Scorpios, we are the queens and kings of transformation. So it's not that we're starting from or restarting from the same place. It's starting at a point with a lot more wisdom, a lot more knowledge as we move into the future. So welcome back to all of my returning subscribers. For those of you who've been watching the channel, you know that I do prediction readings at the end of every single year. We journal everything, and then we talk about it during our full moon readings. So we will get to the prediction energy messages at the end of this reading, so make sure you stick with me until then. And then the full moon this month is called the full buck moon. It's going to be in Capricorn. It's on July 10th, which is also 7/10 for those of us in the cannabis industry, reaching its peak at 1:37 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So let's start out with the spiritual AF and get the energy for this reading. Excuse me, my nose is itching already. Spirit's like, you're on it, kid. What do we have for Scorpio? We got a couple messages. Okay, we got two. So on the bottom, we have quit dimming your light for people with shitty ass mindsets. So Scorpio, stop dealing with people who aren't on our vibe, who aren't on our level, who have negative mindsets. You've got that dream, huh? That thing that you think maybe could be, that you maybe could do, but it's maybe too big, maybe too much of a long shot. Maybe you'll look stupid trying to do it. Do it. Seriously. Think about lying on your deathbed saying, I never went for it because I was afraid Susan would talk shit about me. Susan talked shit about you anyway. Go do you, then do bigger. So just go do it. But the main message for Scorpio: the present moment is fucking amazing. Open up your eyeballs and look around. Even if you happen to be in the shittiest of shit times, there's probably something beautiful to notice right this very second. It could be that babies have eyelashes, and how could babies get any freaking cuter than having little baby eyelashes? Or maybe it's just that you took a breath and you didn't think that you'd be able to do that. You did it. Amazeballs, you fucking breathed. So I feel like many of us have been held back from shitty-ass mindset people, people who have terrible mindsets. Negative thinking, they could have been projecting an awful lot on you as well, and you're getting past that. And even if you could be in the shittiest of shit times, the present moment is freaking amazing, okay? Because you have the entire future ahead of you, okay? So let's get into this. What do we have for Scorpio? Literally, it's the Fool. The Joker, the Fool. We've got that right in front of us. What do we have for Scorpio? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Thank you. spirits. All right, underneath the deck we have table, hard work ahead. Don't we know that? And just so you know, this underlying energy, the T cards, the T fortune cards. So this is the energy going into the reading. This has already happened or is happening now as we speak. Oh man, if this is not the truth, I don't know what is. What else do we have for Scorpio? What's the T? What do we have? Okay. Underneath the deck bowl, plenty of material things. So there's hard work ahead, but it's so that you could gain or sustain, or it has something to do with material things. Okay, so starting off, we have turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. This could be somebody, this could be yourself, but it also could be somebody in your vicinity, or somebody that you've been dealing with in the past. Could have been in the recent past. Every time I see the turkey card, I think of somebody older, like an old person, but it doesn't have to be. Also, that fool energy, you know, could also talk about somebody just being foolish, which is also behaving stupidly. But I feel like more it's like you're on a path of something new. So then we've got parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets. So while someone has been behaving stupidly, they're also gossiping about your secrets. If you think that people don't know, I mean, a parrot will just blah, 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 right? Then we've got nest. An emotionally secure, loving family is important to you. I feel like also you've got a connection to some type of spiritual love. Lilies could be significant or important. Then we have ring. A marriage will take place either romantic or in business. Now again, this is the underlying energy, so this could be playing out now. Then we have horse, short journey. You may have to take a short journey in order to obtain this. Then we have scissors, disappointment in some affair. Then we have butterfly, a change for the better. So sometimes disappointments turn into like our biggest blessings. Then we have gong, an exciting event will be taking place. Then we have bull, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So this is you being courageous and strong, Scorpio. I really freaking like that energy. Okay, so let's get into this. Just recently was gifted Pot Tarot. I'm just shouting out my friend who gifted me that because I'll tell you what, these cards are freaking fantastic. So I've been using them for this recent set of readings. What do we have for Scorpio, please? We're going to get 3 main theme cards for the month, and then we'll clarify each one of these cards. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for July 2025. What is the energy for Scorpio, please? Underneath the deck, we have the 2 of Swords. So this is somebody making a decision about something. And it's like the decision is, you're like blinded. You don't see everything right in front of you. You have to use your other senses in order to make this decision. So you don't know how you're going to get something done, but it's like you have to have trust and faith that it will take place. What do we have? Okay, so I'm taking that as 1 card. And then 1 more, please. Scorpio. Okay, that's way too many. I can't take all of those. Yeah, I cannot take all of those. What do we have for Scorpio, please? Thank you. Oh. Wow. 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 Scorpio. Underneath the deck, we have the Sun card, happiest card in the deck. So you've got some type of, we are looking at happiness. We are looking at a new journey. We are looking at some kind of new start. In the past, what we were dealing with, it was I don't want to say unsuccessful, but I do want to say stagnant type of relationship. It also could deal with, like the Four of Pentacles it's the Two of Cups, the Two of Bongs, clarified by the Four of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, the Five of Pentacles. So I'm sorry, it is the Four of Pentacles. I was reading it wrong. So the Four of Pentacles talks about, it's like the energy of holding back or holding on to something almost too tightly. And when you hold on to something, it could slip away. Now, what is it that you're holding tightly onto? It could be a relationship. Okay, with the Two of Cups. Or it could be a relationship that's been affected by something that you were holding too tightly onto. Now, it's interesting because now I also see the Chariot. So the Chariot is Cancer energy. This talks about moving from point A to point B very quickly. You also could be doing some traveling, or this is a situation that's going to move very quickly. And then we've got coming in the future, the Empress clarified by the Queen of Joints. I feel like this is the same person. If not, you are dealing with an Empress and a Queen of Joints. The Queen of Joints, she's like the other woman. So this could be a third-party situation. But this is also the energy of somebody who's just very passionate about their work. They're also very magical. They could be a single mother or single mom. Doesn't have to be. Okay? But just they're very passionate about what they do. They could have a cat, because there's a picture of a cat here. I'm going to show you this. Could be a fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Doesn't have to be. The Empress can be any sign. Libra, Taurus. I see pretty much all signs on the board right now. So, but we have happiness underneath the deck, so that's what we're talking about. Let's clarify the Two of Cups with the Four of Pentacles, please. What is the Two of Cups with the Four of Pentacles in the past? Thank you. So we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Then we have the Four of Swords. Then we have the Sun card again. So in the past, there could have been a certain energy of greed, materialism, possessiveness. But I'm feeling even stronger though. This may not have been your energy. Somebody could have been trying to take something from you, or be possessive over you, or create obstacles for you. It could have been some kind of relationship that was holding you back. Could have been Libra energy, because I see the Libra air sign. This is Libra energy here with the Four of Pentacles. So that caused someone to take some time out to try to search from within. It's like the Four of Swords is all about the energy of taking time out so the answers will come. It's like rest, relaxation. Somebody could have also taken a vacation. It's about restoration, recharge. And so it's so that they could come out on top with the Sun card energy. It's about positivity, strength. Somebody had to go within after like being held back from something. Somebody was definitely being held back on purpose. What is the Chariot card? The Chariot energy. Scorpio. Start with the Knight of Cups. Somebody's coming in with an apology or an offer. They're coming in hot, and I just got clarification. Could be a Libra, or I'm sorry, could be a Libra, could be a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Then we've got the King of Pentacles. So this is Big Daddy, Mr. Moneybags. This could be a boss, a CEO. This could be a job offer. Now the King of Pentacles, this is somebody who's very realistic, solid. They have good character, very grounded. They're intelligent and reliable, and they're a good provider too. This is somebody who works very hard for everybody around them. They're making an offer. You could have an offer coming in, Scorpio. I love that. Then, yeah, then we have Page of Cups. So don't let your emotions get in the way. This is also something that this could have to do with a child. You could have a younger water sign child, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or it could just be a younger child. If not, even though I just got clarification again, if not, this is talking about like a certain sweetness. There's a certain innocence about this offer. It's like somebody who's very, I feel like somebody's making you a very kind, sweet, and gentle offer that maybe you weren't expecting. This is interesting. Don't let your emotions get in the way. And I feel like this is also you not wanting to let your emotions get in the way. You're trying to be very logical and realistic about this. And this could be what like sets you off on this new adventure, this new start. What is the Queen of Joints with the Empress? 3 cards, please. So this is the 8 of Swords in reverse. That's good. This is the freedom to choose. This is somebody getting out of their head, not feeling like they're locked in or tied down. This is getting out of self-created boundaries and looking at things from a new perspective. Wow. Okay. Scorpio. We just had the 4 of Wands fall. This is your twin flame soulmate energy, celebration energy. This is 4 of Wands is like house, home, foundation, stability. It's like the literal 4 corners of a new house, new home. This could be being ready for the opportunity that you've worked for. It's about cleverness and beauty and romance, milestones, community, and then clarified by the 10 of Pentacles. Holy shit. This is talking about everything in fruition and wisdom from all stages of life. It's about legacy. It's about inheritance, roots, prosperity, family, finance. It's like pinnacle of success energy. Somebody is getting out of their freaking head. Holy shit. Somebody is getting out of their head, is breaking free. They're rising up to this Queen of Joints, Queen of Wands energy, Empress energy. Somebody has manifested a future that, like, I see marriage, I see inheritance and legacy. I see, like, this is like jackpot energy. All because somebody has finally gotten out of their head and moved on. Now, what's clarifying the Sun is the 9 of Cups. That's wish fulfillment. You can't get any better than that. You can't. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success with the Sun, the happiest card of the deck. And this is because you didn't back down from opposition. You kept on going. You faced adversity. You know, you didn't let anybody hold you back. And you're about to get good news. This could be coming in from some type of King of Pentacles. Something's coming in. You're getting out of your head. And you're going to have plenty of material things. There will be hard work ahead. But nothing worth anything is ever easy, right, Scorpio? We know that the best from anyone. So let's get the archetype energy. What is the archetype energy for this reading for Scorpio for July 2025? What do we have for Scorpio? What do we have for Scorpio? Flipped over. I love this. Underneath the deck, we've got the Castle. So this is definitely talking about house, home stability. Many of you could be moving. Could be looking at a new house, a new home, a new castle. Some of you could have, had to move out from your house or your home. And like this is like the new start, the new beginning, but it's going to be even better than before. Even better than before. And then clarification, right as I said that. Top of the deck that just fell out. Scorpio, the healer. You are the healer. Not only are you healing others through your journey and through your story, but you're healing yourself. That's what the healer is all about. The healer does not, people don't come to the healer to be healed through some magical powers or mantras or anything like that. They get healed by, healers will trigger those around them into healing themselves. That's the power of the healer. But let's read this real quick. I almost practically flipped to it. Okay. So the healer is the light worker, the gifted, the old soul. The image of the serpent is eternally tied to healing and medicine. 80th Western, the Cadices and Eastern Kundalini study the serpent and its power. So the wounded healer is not someone who was wounded and is now healed. It is someone who continues to courageously break open the self and ego as a means for deep integration. If that's not Scorpio energy, I don't know what is. We are all about transformation. We are continually healing ourselves, right? Continually healing our egos, continually healing our relationships. So, though some claim the work of the healer is their gift and name it as their dharma, the force of this archetype is within everyone. It is our natural inclination to remember, to return to, and to reclaim that central and eternal life force from which we so easily drift away. In Sanskrit, the word avida means forgetting, and it is said that this is the source of all suffering and disease. The healer's mission then becomes to move through the comfort of forgetting, through the veils of ignorance and denial, to reveal the radiance that already exists. The healer approaches this in multiple ways, from multiple angles, knowing the cycle of healing is not linear, it is multi-layered and a circuitous process, always leading back to its own origin, much like the Ouroboros. So when light, this card means self-contained, grateful, and awake, okay? When dark, it's about tired, needy, forgetting its own practice. So what I'm feeling from this, Scorpio, is that not only are you the healer, but it's like you are going through some major cycle right now that you have just healed yourself from. And I see it because it's clarified by the Sun and by the Nine of Cups. And while this cycle has been hellacious, you could have felt like you have just shed all of your skin and you're like lying there getting sunburnt and, you know, just like feeling completely naked and exposed, right? It's so that you can grow a tougher skin and move forward more courageously and stronger than ever before, if that makes sense. What you're about to move into is something just so beautiful and so wonderful and so stable, and it's because you've finally broken free from the Eight of Swords in reverse. You have finally broken free from external limitations. You have burst out of that skin. You have grown as the healer and healed yourself. And now this is like your reward. It's your advancement to the next cycle. And it's absolutely amazing. I love this. What do we have for the Dragon Oracle for Scorpio? Underneath the deck, we have the Alpha Dragon. Harness the divine masculine power of creation. Destroy the old, visualize your dream, and help to manifest a new world. So whether you're female or male, this is the alpha masculine side of you coming out, helping to manifest a new world. You're destroying the old. It's death of the ego, death of old ways, right? This total transformation, total Scorpio energy, and you're moving forward. Top of the deck, we have Orange Gold Dragon from Arcturus. Opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. So again, going back to the song, I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a joker, I'm a smoker. I know the words to the song, I just can't. I'm a joker, I'm a smoker, I'm a midnight toker, obviously. Sure don't want to hurt no one. Like, it's interesting because, like, Steve Miller was a really great artist that I always said was before his time. And his music has transcended through time. So I feel like there's a connection there. It's carry the energy of the future. Yeah, and many of you could have something to do maybe with Toker, Joker, cannabis. Yeah, I mean, you are here on my channel, but it doesn't have to be, right? So that's where I'm going to leave you at for the reading portion. Let's now get into the predictions real quick. Also, healing, plant medicine, that has a lot to do with healing as well. Okay, so like I said, the full buck moon in Capricorn is on the 10th. We have 4 main retrogrades during the month of July. First one is on July 4th, Neptune retrograde. Then we go into Saturn retrograde. Saturn is the planet of karma. This one starts on July 13th. And so you'll be getting karma back, whether that's good or bad. And then we've got Mercury retrograde that goes from the 18th all the way through August 11th. Now, Mercury retrograde affects everybody. It affects communication, transportation, technology. Also, this is a time when a lot of exes come back, so just be ready for that. Then we have Chiron retrograde that starts on July 30th and lasts all the way through January 2nd, 2026. Now, not all retrogrades are bad. In fact, I don't think any of them actually are. It's just the way that you look at it and the way that you deal with the energy. But Chiron retrograde is all about healing energy. So I'm really looking forward to this one. So now let's get into the cards that we drew. The first one was the top of the deck. It was the Nine of Wands, but it was in reverse. Now, Nine of Wands is your wounded warrior energy. And when upright, it means believing in yourself and having the courage to continue. When it's in reverse, this is somebody who's been beat down, they're tired, they're frustrated, they're anxious, there's been delay, and someone who's just over it. They're still moving forward, but they're just irritated, right? So then the next set of cards that we picked was first one underneath the deck was mending bridges. Someone just doesn't want to deal with something, but they're mending bridges, mending relationships with people. Top of the deck is simplifying your life. So while there is someone that doesn't want to waste their time or energy on something or someone, they're making their life easier for themselves by summer cleaning, moving, garage sales, donating things while mending bridges. Finding ways to make money is a big theme of this month. That's prime Capricorn energy because they're all about the hustle. They're all about money, all about the win. So then the next set of cards underneath the deck was realization, being the key to your next bigger opportunities or looking at the bigger picture. Top of the deck was number 9, assessing the situation. So you assess the situation after making a realization, and then get ready for the next steps. Getting ready for a move, not living in survival mode anymore, getting a new job, moving to a new school, a new state, or a new relationship. Next set of cards underneath the deck was number 25, Cat's Claw, purification. So cat's claws could be significant for this month, but this is about purifying a situation and or yourself. The 25th of the month could also be significant. Top of the deck is number 4. So again, we've got that 4 energy. House, home, stability, foundation. It's about protection. It's the face of a lion. This is Sun and Pluto energy, making major realizations of oneself. Also major protection and stability in energy. Then the next, I think this was the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Underneath the deck, we had the full moon in Pisces. It's all about forgiving yourself and others. And then top of the deck was the first quarter moon in Capricorn again. So Capricorn moon energy, unleashing your kindest self. So this isn't about like unleashing the beast within, like anger and control. This is about unleashing the beast within, but in a kind and courageous kind of way. So I love that. Then last but not least, I started playing with Astro Dice at the end of last year. It's based on the 3 main philosophies and principles of astrology. So the dice that we rolled was Gemini, first house, and Neptune, which goes into retrograde this month. And when you combine those 3 things, it means keeping your feet on the ground while your head is in the stars. Just don't let your imagination run away from you. Okay? Scorpio, I love this reading. I absolutely love it. So make sure you drop a comment in the comments below. Let me know how this resonates with you, if this brought you answers, clarity, or insight. Definitely check back and please let me know, how this aligned with what you guys are going through as well. As you know, it's Together We Grow. I always love sharing this time and energy with you. Make sure to check your Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars signs too for additional messages. And if you're interested in a personal reading where we dive down deep into your personal storyline, All of my contact information is in the description below this video. Reach out, book a reading, shoot me an email. We'll set it up and we'll go from there. So I will see you guys. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of July 2025. As you know, it's together we grow, and I will see you guys on the flip side. Peace.